support in the election?
Obama.
Did you watch the speech this morning?
Yeah, they had it playing at LB while I was doing homework. So
How much of it did you watch?
I saw the majority of the ceremony, and I saw him being sworn in and listened to part of his speech.
What were your impressions of it?
Of the whole ceremony, or?
Yeah, of the ceremony, of the festivities.
I thought it was kind of cool. Like this is the first one that I actually remember, or I know will remember, watching. I don't even know if I even watched the other ones, if I even remember them when I was little. And it was kind of cool knowing that I voted for him, and just kind of how far along our country has came. So they're talking about, one of the things they were talking about on CNN was that not only like 200 feet or yards, however many they said, away from the podium of where he was standing was the cage that they, or case, or wherever they kept the slaves that actually helped build the Capitol building.
Yeah.
And now he can stand at the podium. And just how many people were there, and just kind of the reactions from everyone. And I know part of my family was down there. So I thought it was kind of cool. And I was kind of thinking that I know I'll remember it.
Yeah. So what media outlet did you watch? Did you see it on?
It was on CNN.com. It was a live feed.
And just one more. Do you think Obama will follow through on his promises?
I hope so. I mean, I think he's giving our country a lot of hope. It's kind of his big campaign slogan, really. So, I mean, it's hard to say either yes he will or no he won't, because there's a lot that can happen in the next 4 or 8 years, or however many years that he's going to be in office, whether he runs for a second term or not. And you know, I hope so. I like to believe that he's gonna follow up on what he wants to do.
That's it. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
First question is, where were you, and were you able to watch the speech today? And if so, what were your impressions?
I wasn't able to watch it because I was in school all day.
From what you've heard or followed since then throughout the day, do you have any other impressions since then from just what you've overheard or may have seen since coming to work?
I don't know. I've heard a lot about it, but I didn't vote for Obama, so I mean that was just another kind of reason for me not to pay too much close attention to it.
Okay. Obama has made a lot of claims, and the majority of people feel like he's providing hope and an inspiration. He's made a lot of big claims, but how do you feel if he'll back up his words with action?
I feel like a lot of people are expecting a messiah or something, and kind of painting him out to be like the person that's going to make everything perfect. And you know, whether or not things will get better if he's in office, things are never going to be perfect. And I think people need to realize that there's always going to be ups and downs, no matter who got elected to office.
You had mentioned that you weren't an Obama supporter, so you probably voted for McCain on this one.
I did, yeah.
And so coming from that background, the Republican stance, how do you feel towards Obama being, not only this being looked upon as the biggest historic presidency so far, but just as the first black man to be a president?
Oh, right. Well, I think that's monumental. I mean, that's great, you know, to have that as such a historic event. But, you know, it's just his policies and everything that I didn't support. But, you know, I do think it's a really historic thing, and it's a great thing for our country to come to that point, you know, and I don't know, it's his political stance that I don't support, not who he is as a person, you know, making it to that point, yeah.
Do you feel that now that he's elected and actually been inaugurated and is the president, do you feel he might change some of his stances on some of what he's normally said?
I don't know, because because I mean, he is very liberal and everything. I don't know if he's going to live up to everything he said. I know a lot of politicians make false promises and everything, so I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, everything he says is not going to happen. I know that for sure. You know, like every single thing he's promised will not come to fruition, but you know, hopefully good changes will come with him in office.
And how do you feel about with his claims for what he's going to do in the Middle East and moving more people out of Iraq, but up in the border in Afghanistan or Pakistan? Do you have any specific feelings or thoughts about what he does with the troops? Because that's been a pretty big issue.
Well, people, I think, want a change. I think that's what, I mean, people voted him into office, so that's what people want to see happen over there and everything. I supported McCain's stance on that, so I mean, I hold a little different position than that, but you know, I'm sure what he has planned will follow through and everything with the Middle East.
Perfect. Sounds great.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Did you guys want something to drink?